Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina may yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tabaraka wa salama tasliman kasiran amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us life, and He's also the one who give us death. There's none who can give us the life that we have, and there's none who will take out that life from us. When the ruh is taken out from a person, there's no one who can tell the ruh, you please don't go. You stay with me. There's nobody. Even if we say, the ruh will not come back then. The ruh will go to the honor of the ruh, who is Allah. So, if you don't believe in Allah, there's Allah that does not exist, then when you are about to die, when your ruh is about to depart, your soul is about to depart from you, then you tell your ruh, you please don't go. I still want to live. Come back, stay with me. Ruh will never listen to you, because you are not the owner of the ruh. The owner of the ruh is Allah. He's not only owning your ruh, He owns everything. Whatever in the entire earth and the entire universe and in between. None belong to us, not even our body, which have become the body contain the ruh, and the body contain the mind. So man is made up of the ruh, the mind and the soul. The soul, the ruh and the body. It's not only the body. We are only thinking that we have only body, that's why the body can move, can talk. It's not because we have only body, we have a ruh. And that ruh give power to the mind, to the body to move, to think. If the ruh has been taken out, then your ability to speak, your ability to think, move, vanish. And you become just a corpse, a body with no soul and no mind. You are dead. And the only place that you have to be taken is to the graveyard. And there's nobody who will be able to take your ruh back to you. That's finished. The time has gone. So this is the time when everybody will have to face the time of their death. We don't think that we are big. Never think that we own many things. Never think that we are the owner of our body, our soul, our children, our wife, our shop. We don't own that. You know, the business, the company. That was called, in Islam, it's called amanah. Being given to you as a trust. To see whether you will be able to handle the trust according to the orders of Allah or not. But we forget that it's a trust, that it's amanah. We think we own it. So we own our body, we own our house, we own our this, we own that, so we can do whatever we like. It's a great mistake to think that we own it. We own our body, we own our car, we own the house, and we can do according to what we wish. We cannot do according to our wish, our wishes, because that doesn't belong to us in the real sense of the word. It belongs to Allah. Allah give us the car, Allah give us the house, Allah give us the body, Allah give us the soul. Allah give us everything that we have. Allah give us the business. Oh, no. I got business because of my own work. I make effort. This is what Karun was saying when the pious people among the people of Nabi Musa told him, you should obey Allah, you should give part of your wealth for alms giving, for zakat. He refused to. He said, all this wealth belong to me, and I own the wealth. And there's so many Karun now in this whole world, entire world. Same thing. So they don't want to obey Allah's commandments. They don't want to use the wealth in the way which Allah is pleased. They keep the wealth for themselves. And they only want to deposit the money in the bank, in the fixed deposit, so that the money grows. Make your money work. Don't work. Let your money grow and you become rich. Then you use the interest, the riba, to please yourself, everything, and you keep the fixed deposit in the bank. This is how to become rich. So everybody think that way. Until the day when the soul will depart, then he knows that he owns nothing. He has to leave everything behind, the three children, wife, and that also will go. They also will die. The shop, the business. And like Yazid now, he thinks that the wife belongs to him. The day will come when he will not be able to tell the row of the wife, you don't go. When the time has come for the row of the wife to go and to depart from him, he will not be able to do anything. Just have to see only. Although he loved his wife more than Allah. What can he do? So he knows that he cannot do now also. But why don't you obey? Why don't you obey the order of Allah? In dealing with your wife, in dealing with your children. Why don't you obey? You don't obey because you think you know what to do. You want to do the way you like. Because that's mine, man. That wife is mine. Doesn't belong to anybody. I will not let anybody to take him to such a degree of obedience to the desire of the nafs, the desire of the nafsu, to the obey to the nafsu. Nafsu is the desire. So everybody living to his desire, thinking that there is the desire, when it is fulfilled, he will become happy. So in order to become happy, I have to fulfill my desire. Desire to have many things, this, that, and this. Working day and night to fulfill the desire. Then Allah give whatever he will, but he never feel happy also. The house which he have, the wife, the children, the wealth, the car, cannot make him happy. The car, the house is something which has no soul also. The house has no soul, car got no soul. How can something that has no soul, can have a thing, have no power, be able to give peace and happiness, something so very great? The men desire to have peace and happiness in their life in this world. Everybody. Old, young, woman, man. But you must remember that nobody can give you peace and happiness in this world and in the hereafter except Allah. And Allah doesn't make these material things as a means to give happiness to us. He's not pleased at all. when you get a lot of wealth, big houses, huh? Many cars, expensive car. Allah is not pleased. You have to make Him pleased not by having many material things, but by having many good amals, good actions. And this is what He loves. Things have no value in the eyes of Allah, no value. Even if we have the wealth of the entire world and double to it, which nobody can have, in return for paradise, cannot. You cannot get it. You cannot say, you take this, oh Allah, in return you give me paradise. No. You will not be accepted. You will go to hellfire. What are the things of value to Allah is nothing but actions, good actions. In order to make your action become good, you have to have your belief become true. When we say the heart become correct, the heart become correct means the belief become true. The heart is not the organic heart, it's the belief. And belief, correct belief influence the correct thinking. And both correct belief and correct thinking influence the action, making the action correct. So in order to make our action correct, we must correct our belief. To believe in the things that the thing will give us happiness is a wrong belief. To believe there's no God except me, that's not a correct belief. That's a wrong belief. You have been deceived. But what you are saying, what you are seeing, all the things that you see doesn't do anything except with the permission of Allah. The water cannot quench our thirst except with the permission of Allah. The food cannot satisfy our hunger except with the permission of Allah. The money that we have cannot give us anything. Cannot give us a house, cannot even give us a car, except with the permission of Allah. But when we got money and we got what we want, we think that the money gives what we want. Instead of believing in Allah, the one who gives us, we say money gives us. So in order to have whatever we want, we must have a lot of money. And then we believe that in order to have a lot of money, there's no way except to work hard, to do business. So everybody in the whole entire world is busy, whole day busy in looking for money and spending money. And that's all the activities of almost everyone in this entire world, which make them busy until the day when they will die. And whatever that they have earned, whatever thing that they have, will be left behind. And he will go into the grave with nothing except a piece of clothes to cover his body. Then he will go into the grave and he will be asked, who's your God? Who's your Lord? You cannot answer the question in the grave by knowing that the God is Allah. Even if we have recited the kalima, there is no God except Allah, Muhammad the messenger of Allah. But when the kalima doesn't enter into your heart to the level which Allah is pleased, you can't answer that question. Who's your Rabb? You can't answer. You will say, I don't know. What is your Rabb? It can be money also. It can be your work. It can be your wife. You will not be able to answer Allah. Because Allah is not in your belief. Because most important part of the man is the heart, the belief. Nabi Sallallahu used to say that the heart is the king of the man. If the heart is good, the man is good. So the most important is the heart, the belief. The belief must be correct. Then we'll be able to give good answer, correct answer. What is your sustainer? What is your Lord? What is your God? If Allah is our God really in our heart, in our belief, then we'll be able to answer. And then we will be able to answer all other questions. It will not be that thing only. Is that only that thing will be questioned? There are many things, but related to belief. So in the grave, things which are questioned are related to the belief. And that's very important. So if we fail the question, we have to answer the question in the grave, then we suffer after the time in the grave, which is in the mashar. Mashar is a time when everybody will be recreated to become alive again. From the dead in the grave, become alive again and being made to be collected on the field, of a large field of mashar, they call it. Then come the time of another period after grave, time of mashar, and then after that, time of walking through this bridge of Sirat. Then come either paradise or Jahannam. So my dear brothers, we are in a journey. A journey walking towards either paradise or Jahannam, hellfire. And in part of the journey, we will pass through this world. For some years which has been determined for us, either for a very long time, until 90, 100, or very short time, not even born, you died. Or just born, then died. Or you want to get married, haven't got time, like Hanzala. If decided that he will die before he get married, he die. His wife, his mother, father scream to the sky. Says, don't die. Don't die. But Hanzala will have to go. Because the time has come for him. So nobody knows. And that time, we cannot regret anymore for not doing anything in this world. We will regret after we die when we see the consequences of our wrong actions. And we say, what the hell I'm doing in my worldly life. I used to think that I will live forever. Oh, it's not forever. Now I'm in the grave. Everything that I've left, everything that I have is not mine, is left behind. So the death is like waking up from a dream. We are now in the worldly life. We are dreaming, We are basically dreaming that we are rich, we are this, we are that. Everybody like us. But it's all dreams. A day will come and the reality will come when we are in the grave, then we know. The truth is we own nothing. We are only a soul and a body and a mind. We have only made use of the soul in order to do things which doesn't make our souls happy. So why we are not happy? Because the soul is not happy. Because we wrongly use the soul. Instead of using the soul to obey the commands of Allah, which He being made for that. Somebody asked Nabi, what is soul? Nabi cannot answer. Allah revealed an ayah. Amri Rabbi. Soul is the order of Allah. So, if we want to make our soul happy, there's no way we can make it happy unless we feed them with the orders of Allah. We obey the orders of Allah in the correct way, in the way of Muhammad SAW, with the intention to please Allah. Then the roh or the soul will become happy. Even though we got not much money, not big houses, not big car, or we have almost nothing of the material thing in the world. But we will become very happy person in the earth. Like Nabi Muhammad SAW. What big house he has? His house is made from the palm trees. It's a house as big as only for 4 people to sleep. And now it will become 4 graves, in Medina. So it's not a big house. The day when the house has to be destroyed because of the expansion of Masjid al-Nabawi, many Sahaba cried. because they can never see the house anymore. But modern and technology cannot let the house of Rasulullah to be there forever until today, because the masjid got to be expanded. The Masjid Nabawi which we see today is not the same as 100 years ago. It's not the same 1,000 years ago. No. I have my parent house, because my youngest sister lived there. She wants a new house. People say don't. This is this is something to be remembered. But my sister says, all of you have good houses, big house. You want me to live in that house, in this house? So finally the house is destroyed. And my sister in America cried. Even then my sister cried. What more the Sahaba? They cried. And the house of Nabi Sallallahu being destroyed. We can never see what it looks like. But in Hadith it mentioned it's only made from the palm, from the dead palm trees leaf. You see how humble it is dwelling of our beloved person of Allah. And why? Because Rasulullah says he knows that this doesn't give success to him, doesn't give happiness to him. He don't have a good bed, a good bedding like us. One time the wife was trying to make the bed become softer by making it, by folding it 4 times instead of two times, 4 folds. Then Rasulullah sensed it. Why it's so comfortable? He said, I make it 4 folds. I said, I don't want comfort. If I want comfort, I already asked Allah to make the mountains of Uhud become gold for me. And they will follow me, and I will have. But I don't. Umar radiallahu anhu saw Rasulullah, in his, at the time when he has problem with his wife, he went out and said he saw Rasulullah have no clothes. At the back of him, the signs of, sleeping on the palm trees, leaf of palm trees. He cried. He got nothing, got only cup. He says to Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, you are the beloved man of Allah. But yet you live in this situation. The king and the Pharaoh, the king of the world, Rome and Parsi, are living in luxury, and you only with this. He cried, and Rasulullah said, Oh Omar, he stand up from you still do not have the belief that our real life is in Akhirat, not in this world. Omar said, Forgive me, Ya Rasulullah, for saying that. So my dear brothers, we can see that we shouldn't be proud that we have big house like this. We should compare who we are and who is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When he deserves to have better place, better food. Because he is the lover of Allah and we are not. And yet we want to be living in this world with luxury, comfort, big houses. You don't even want to pray to Allah, to believe in Allah. You want to obey, and we want the luxuries of this world. Why? Because we think this is the real life. Until the day will come and we will die. Then only we know it's a temporary life. We don't know it's a temporary life now. We think we will be like this. But now, Allah makes somebody, who live to old age. Then he become not like when he was before. His teeth drop, and his skin wrinkle. He cannot walk as fast as he was. Neither he can make sexual intercourse with his wife any longer. So that is signs to say that you have to say goodbye to the world. A time will come when you have to go back to me. But still, Many people, even when they grow old, they want younger. Become younger and younger and do all sorts of things to make himself younger. Just simply because they want to enjoy. You can never enjoy anymore. The time has come for you to die, to depart. So this is the desire of man, which they think they want to live in this world. They desire the material thing of the world. And that desire will never stop. Even they are old, sick, they know they're about to die, they still have the desire. And it never vanish. It never disappear. It continue to increase. Even though the body is weak and sick, no money, like Rashidi, having so high desire of this world, yet got no money, but the desire is there. So the desire is burning until old age. And it's only stopped when we are put in the grave. You know? And that one stopped, no more desire. So if somebody can talk to the people who have died in the grave, Hadrat Ali Radhanam said, what do you want now? If you become alive again. He will not answer as he used to answer when he was living in the earth. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want new wife. Like Yazid is already old, still has desire to have a new wife. You know? Those who cannot marry a new wife rented a woman. You know? Pay money to the woman, mistress instead of wife. So everybody thinking, you know, to fulfill the now as much as I can till the day I die. The desire never finish. So that's why we have to suppress the desire. This is what we do want to do. In order to obey the commandments of Allah, we cannot fulfill our desires. We have to suppress that desire and to control it. And we can only do that when we have Iman and strong belief that this life is a temporary life. It's not a life that we live forever. We will die. Every day when we go to sleep, we have been asked by the Prophet to make dua of sleeping. And what's the meaning of the dua of sleeping? Is all praise to you, who give death and give life. When we wake up, all praise be to you, who make me become alive after making me dead. It's all about life and death, but we forget. We forget that this life is a temporary, it's not meant to fulfill our desire, it's meant to obey the commands of Allah. In order to be able to obey the commands of Allah, we have to suppress our desire to live with comfort and luxuries in this worldly life. You know, there's no honor. People always talk about 10 richest people in the world, 10 most beautiful women in the world, 10 people who have the most wealth. That's the most frequently spoken things. But nobody think 10 most men with good actions and amal and iman. Nobody wants and having the desire, wanting to have a strong iman and good faith. Nobody. The desire is only to have these worldly things. And this is a wrong place. You know? Actually, this dunya is not meant for that. This dunya is meant for us to acquire strong iman in Allah, strong faith towards Allah and toward Muhammad Sallam, and having correct action. Correct action when we obey order the Allah in the way Muhammad Sallam, with the intention to please Allah until Allah is pleased. That's good action. This is a place where we have to do good action. We will never be able to do good actions in the grave, neither in Mashar. So we are only to do the good action here. So if we fulfill all the time that we have in this world for fulfilling our desire, when will be the time for making good action? For making good action, we have to have good faith. When is the time to make our faith strong? We don't even desire to do the work of dawah, to recite the kalimah, to do the work of inviting people to good, forbidding people from evil. If we are not going to do this, willing to do it in the way which is Sunnah Muhammad and the sentence, iman will never become strong. And when our iman never becomes strong, our action will never become correct. And then when our action never become correct, our akhirah, our day of akhirat will become what do you call it? A nightmare for us. It will become a nightmare. When we will go into Jahannam with the fire, and where will we go? Can we go out? Nobody. We will remain in the hellfire. So we have to remain in the fire for such a long time for making the wrong decision to live in this world, which are very short time, to enjoy ourselves. So the decision is wrong. Why? For we are fulfilling our desire and so much in this short time to be burned in the hellfire. It's not, we are not doing justice to ourselves. We should know that we should be, we have to be making sacrifice, and we call it mujahadah, to obey Allah in the way Muhammad SAW, with the intention to please Allah for a very short time. And then we will not be led to do any orders of Allah anymore. We will be made to be in paradise, in joy and happiness. If you don't believe in the hereafter, then you tell your roh at the time of your death, you don't go. Can you do that? Anybody can do? So if you cannot do that, that means you are not God. You listen to the true God who have given you the soul. Believe in Allah and believe there will be a day. And when you die, you'll be made alive and you'll be gathered and be asked all the wrongdoings, all the wrong deeds that you've done in this world. And after that, you'll be gone in nightmare, in the hellfire. Okay.